back up. Uh, yo, breathe.
Bring
it
Give up
just
on give up.
it is over. It ain't nothing but ice, man.
Mind your beeswax.
Hey, but real quick, thank you guys for being here. Means a lot. This is my first official beat tape.
Thank
I
you for
feel
being
like-
here too.
Hey, thank you for having me, honestly. But this is pretty dope for me. This is like my first official release. I wanted to share with, people that I started with, like I know y'all will support to the end. So it's for y'all at the end of the day, regardless of who else hears it. So
Yeah, brother. Love you.
the heart, love y'all niggas, man.
Oh God.
Love you too, bro. Love you too, bro.
Breeze, sit down.
Why y'all sit down? Like I'm here.
I see you, CD.
CD here.
Masculine hearts. So I'm gonna go through the cover art real quick. Like I said, I made this in like 20 minutes, but this is me. I was like walking this like by the golf course one day. Like I was just kind of like taking pictures of myself. And I kind of just cropped it and I just found like some random stuff to put on here. So like this whole piece was like one piece, like a transparent background, and I just put it on there. And honestly, I was inspired by this color, the blue to green, because I kept seeing these like, you know how they have like the little political signs in the ground, like, when something is about like an election coming or something.
This person for president type shit.
Yeah. But it was a sign like that, like in my neighborhood, like on the main street. And every time I would drive by, like going to work or coming back from work, I don't even know what the sign said, but I just kept seeing that color, and it just kind of like inspired me. So I was like, whatever my cover art comes out to be, I'm going to have that color in there. And that's literally what I started out with. And I just kind of pieced the other three things together. Like the sun was just a circle that I, like put some effects on and made it look kind of cool. And, I just literally just placed myself in this and just wrote chills at the bottom. So that's the whole background of, the album cover. Homegirl hit me. So the reason I came up with chills, like literally, I mean, I only listen to my own music when I'm like driving for some reason. It's either like my stuff or like y'all's freaking music. Like I rarely listen to like other people's music. It's just like, I don't know, it's just a thing with me. But when I got the idea of like when to release it and stuff, like I would just get like that weird like emotional chill over my body. I was like, man, like I don't know, it just chills just kind of like resonated with me. So I was like, all right, I'll name the project that. So I'm gonna get into this first track. Some of y'all probably heard this before, minus the post-production that I did on it. But this first one is called For the Angles. So let me know give me thumbs up when I play it if y'all can hear it, and then we'll be moving. So that was the first track for the Angles. I know I was saying before, like you guys are the inspiration for it. But like, uh, so Mel, I actually started this beat when we were on FaceTime one day, and like I just started playing the melody like while we were talking, and uh, and it just kind of went from there.
Yep.
It's just crazy because like I made this right after the joint me and Stincy made, and it was only the second time I had used like live sounds inside my music. So you can tell like at the beginning where like the shakers and the claves and stuff, like that's all me like using different percussion sounds in my room and recording it. And I just like stack drums on top of it. But yeah, that was the first track. Hope everybody liked it.
So, for sure.
So, I was just gonna ask you. You broke down what live instruments you use because
Yeah,
I was kind of
I
like,
can actually show you.
that one?
What'd you say again?
When you had said it, I was like, oh shit, you use live shit for that one too. I didn't even know.
Mhm. Yeah, so like you can hear this in there.
That shit clean and a bitch too.
Facts. And then I had like the little shakers that I got from I got both of these from like a music store locally. But yeah, and when you like run it back officially, like you'll be able to like pull out the sounds and like like I recognize that. And even with like it sounds like an ARP at first, but like that's literally me just like hitting not really random notes, but like notes that make sense fast, and it just kind of I just recorded it and it just fit. So, but yeah. Anything else before I move on? Appreciate it. So this next joint is called Angel with an Accent. I made this in Korea. I mixed it in the bathroom on the toilet, just to give good context. But yeah, you can listen to it now. Yep, that was the second second joint. Pretty much, I started out like with the melody that comes in first, and to be honest, I just thought it was gonna be another one of those whack beats that I just was trying to get to the end of. uh, Real producers know what that's like, and then it just kind of morphs into nothing, into something like way better than you thought. Um, but yeah, I made that in Korea probably like I don't know, maybe like sometime in the summer. Um, yeah, that's pretty much all I got on that.
Smooth.
That break where you just let the I don't know if that's it feel like a kick mixed with a bass.
It's the down times for me too.
Yeah.
That shit was so like, cause I got it turned up pretty loud, so just in case I gotta walk out. But
Hmm.
I'm just feeling it like hit my feet, vibrate.
It's
Like that shit,
and
bro.
honestly, so and to move that forward, the way that it bounces, like I got a gate that pretty much just pulsates it the whole time, and like you'll be able to feel it once you hear it again. Like it actually like it's actually like pulsating the entire song. Um, and then of course, like I literally have like three different drum patterns within this, and like, but it all transitions so smoothly. You don't even really realize like, oh, this is another like groove, but you know, it just kind of works. So yeah,
I like it. I like it.
uh, that was the second one. This third one. Um, oh, and by the way the songs are sequence, it basically spells my mom's name down the side. So every first letter of each song spells out my mom's name all the way down.
Do you got the track list that we can see?
Uh, it's not in sequence on what I have, but like when it
Okay.
drops on the 7th, it'll show up pretty nicely, and you'll actually be able to see it.
Bet.
Um, but it's like her first name, then her middle name, then first initial of her last name, and then literally the last two songs are D, starts with D and L. So um, yeah, so that's that. Uh, all right, so this third track is called November All Year. Um, this is actually the first, well, yes, the first track that I ever used my hardware synth, my microKORG on, and but yeah, I'll let y'all hear it. And this is actually a two-part beat. So
Oh,
Damn,
why
man.
you do that?
Hey, he tweaking right now, dog. He tweaking.
That shit is wild, bro.
What'd you say?
Sheesh.
Yeah. So I started out with the bass line on that, and honestly, it was like my first attempt at using this hardware synth. It took me literally like 3 weeks. What up, Key? Say hey to the squad. This is Key.
Oh, what's up? What's up?
This is Stancy. Everybody else is like being weird, but yeah. Uh,
What's good, bro?
That's Mel. You know Mel. So yeah, I basically started with the bass line on that one, and I think what I'm gonna do, because actually I made this one and the next song together. So I think I'm gonna just play it again in sequence so you can understand.
Started with the she and then the shh.
But yeah, but I'll run this back and then I'm gonna play it with the next one in sequence.
Sup, fam? Welcome to the chats.
Yeah, Stance.
Real quick, that damn when you came off that little break it had and that that shit was
Yeah. So that was actually that was a Curtis King little vocal chop that I just put some effects on. Like I reversed the end of it and then made it kind of fall into the start of it, and then it just made for a good transition. So I ran it back, and all of the melodies were all from hardware. I didn't use any software in it, and I had some live instruments in there as well. So
Hardware, you say?
what did you not hear?
Man, go
What you say?
home. What are you doing? You were talking to us. I got a question, Don.
I'm talking to the man.
So it sounded like it like in the first, I'm gonna say like maybe 30, 45 seconds. Was it fading? Did it fade out a little bit and it come back in?
Well, there was an effect on the bass that kind of gave it this like distorted sound. But to be honest, that was really the only like effect that I put on it, and I just had
I noticed
I think a reverse cymbal, basically like into the drop of the song. But yeah, I'm gonna play it back, and then I'm gonna play the next song in sequence, and then I'll break it down. So that was originally one song, and I just split it into two. Um, yeah, I don't really know how else to describe it. A lot of
Fire.
hard, a lot of, a lot of hard,
Amazing.
a lot
Don't,
of
don't,
hardware. A lot of post production that I put into that. Hey Ty, you remember that plugin I told you about? You better go ahead and cop that. Um, but yeah,
nigga, that sound
Wait.
like a 4 o'clock drive in the morning. You feel what I'm saying? That's what that sounds like.
this second half is probably well, really, these two songs together was like the inspiration for me to just go ahead and make a beat tape because it was just like I couldn't really like picture what else to do with it. Like it wasn't like I just felt like I put everything in, and we kind of had that conversation stints and Breed about like sometimes you just put so much into something, it's hard to like really like you feel like there's nothing left, to add to it, and it's just like the rest of it honestly is just emotion. Like words for me just wouldn't even do it any more justice because it's just like you can put your own words to it. You can say whatever you want to say, you can feel whatever you want to feel, but like ultimately that was just like this was just like a feel good 2-part song that I just yeah.
That
It definitely communicated.
yeah, that's synth. I don't know if that's synth or P. I'm not up with the instruments, but that at the beginning,
Oh
and
yeah,
It did sound right.
that was a synth. Yeah.
I was just like, yo,
And
Yeah.
I like those synthesizer sounds just cut through the mix so much sharper. Like that's
Fact.
why it just sounded so like in your ears, in your brain, because it's just hardware is just unbelievable. Um, but yeah. So next, there was a sample that I used in that second part that is also in this next song. Um, and I actually originally made this next song like sometime last year. Um, and it's like totally different now. So I'll just let y'all hear and then I'll talk about it afterwards.
How far we're going to get in society itself determines our faith, our own ability. You got to believe in yourself. You got to believe that you have what it takes to make it in this society that we live in. You got to believe in yourself when nobody else do. Amen. You got to have faith. Amen. That God, amen, is who He said He is, and He's going to keep His promises concerning you, no matter what you experience in life. In other words, we got to admit we made some good choices and we made some bad choices. We made some choices that, amen, was detrimental to our workforce or our home life, educational life, our church life, amen. And some choices were good and some choices were not good. And but whatever choice we choose, amen, determines the road that we walk.
So,
what?
Mm.
Bro,
so
you literally got one more fucking time. I'm leaving, bro.
That nigga in his bag, bro. Gucci, Birkin, whatever you want to call it, Nike.
so so I gotta break this down. So um So the voice you heard was actually my dad. My dad's a
For real?
pastor. My dad's a pastor, and it was literally he literally has like one sermon on YouTube, and I just happened to run across it, and it was like an hour long sermon, and I sped to like the 26th minute, and that's when he started talking about that, and like it really kind of resonated with me, just kind of like where I am in life, just when he was saying like believe in yourself, because I mean it's life is crazy, society is crazy. I mean all this pandemic stuff and everything. I just felt like the placement of this and of I don't know, it just felt right. So I put that in there. And it was literally like a beat that I had from last year that I kind of just chopped up. Um the beginning part was probably like in the middle of the beat, and I like the way that it flowed from the last song. If I just started it from the middle, so I just looped the middle and then brought it back to like the second part of the song, and that's the outro, which also transitions to the next song pretty nicely. But also made this in Korea. Um, there's a lot of throwaways that I just kind of like repurposed, and it felt so much better this time around.
That was a throwaway.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, all right.
In its original form, it was just kind of like I had put it in a pack, I think, a long time ago.
Yeah, but you had plans of throwing it away.
Yeah, he was
No,
tripping on that one.
I didn't throw it away. I didn't throw it away because I mean, I'm pretty sure y'all have it. It may not sound the same when you hear it again, but like that just goes to show, like, you never throw anything away. That's why I always tell Ty, even when it's a bad idea, just save it. You're gonna come back to it at some point, and you're gonna have a whole new approach to it.
Can't be trashing anything. Climate crisis.
Facts. I guess.
And we sample everything.
Facts.
All right, shut up.
Sample your samples and sample it again.
Don't start that. I'm gonna be like, that's a sample right there. I'm about to sample it now.
You already know how it works. Chill.
This meeting is being recorded.
It better be.
That's what I'm saying.
But yeah, this was dope. And of course, like, I'm releasing it on my mom's birthday, so I felt like even having that added, like, oh, there's something that I can directly connect to, because she recorded it and put it on YouTube, from like Facebook Live or something. So I think it'll be interesting for them to hear it from I see what you did there. I think it'll be interesting for them to hear it like that. So yeah. Any other comments or questions before I move on?
Oh, that was fire.
Why you keep dropping these beats and cutting them off? That's my question.
Well, everything just makes sense in sequence. Like when you hear the whole thing, it'll be like, man, like that flow. Like it'll feel, in theory, it should feel like one song. Like it should just flow like that. You'll just go through so many different emotions.
No further questions.
But yeah, so let's see what's next. And it's funny because like I'm actually looking for the next song based on like how I spell my mom's name. Were you on? I don't think you were on when I said it, Key, but the track list, the first letter of every song basically spells out my mom's name going all the way down.
So sweet.
Yeah. So I think it was pretty thoughtful. But yeah, I think it turned out pretty good. So this next one is pretty grimy. Some of y'all heard it before, but there's some different stuff to it. So yeah. So that was called Acknowledge the Technique. A lot of y'all heard that before. Of course, I added, I added some stuff to it. So one of the samples in there was from my homeboy, Jarius. He had this little radio crazy sound in there. And I just coupled it with this other sound that I had, I think from Illmind maybe. And I just slapped some drums on it. And I just put some DJ scratching on it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah. So
that beat sounds like I just got in trouble at recess and I gotta write my name on the board and shit. But I'm about to write everything that I don't like about school and that I shouldn't have got in trouble. Like that beat is just that vibe, bro. That junk is like, it made me want to cut up.
You want to get in trouble in class, bro?
Bro, I swear to God.
Hey, was it a chalkboard or was it the marker?
It had to be chalk, bro.
It had to be chalk.
Bro, it was the chalkboard.
No, he had the overheads, bro. With you had to write with the Sharpie and then scroll.
Yo,
up.
you talking about the light one?
Yeah.
They had to roll that mug into class. Oh, snap.
Tied with the I will not bring nudie magazines to school.
Yeah, right. Shit.
2005
backpack.
Oh, stupid.
Retro edition.
This next one, I believe y'all heard this one as well. Also made this in Korea. I made a lot of this stuff in Korea, which is kind of it's kind of nuts because like I did feel very stagnant while I was in Korea, and I was just like, dang, like I felt like I was missing out on stuff. And
Don't worry, we going back.
I mean, yeah, well, I'm not going back, but
Cat.
no. I mean, I may go. For
You
the
going
sake of
back.
the group, yeah, but like the way I went the first time is not the way I'm going back.
Nah, not the same way.
No. But yeah, this next one is called Flow Status. Yeah. Yeah, so that's Flow Status. Let's see. Also made it in Korea. Started out with the sample that I chopped up from the homie Jerry's. He does a lot of crate digging. CD's
That
back.
snare?
Which one?
No, I think bro just left actually.
Yeah, my homie, he had to go. The CD back in.
The one that's like
The one at the end?
Piccolo-esque, but it's got the I want to say the
the
mixed
airy
herb on
joint.
it. Yeah, the airy.
Yeah. Yeah, that one was
That shit.
I wanted I put some reverb over like that whole part of the beat to kind of make it sound like kind of low key live,
I
low
can tell.
key, yeah, like if you're in like a crazy like rave scene, but like it's just
The way that reverb hits that snare though.
yeah, it's beautiful. Like it's just the right frequencies touch it, and it's just
Right. It's
like
got that tonal element.
yeah. But
Such nerds. I love it.
right. This next one is called Alleyway to Destiny. So yeah, peeps.
Real life goosebumps.
I seen them.
Who told you could do that?
Real life goosebumps.
Sheesh.
She.
Golly, bro.
That was another like throwaway that I repurposed.
Stop talking to me. I'm tired.
I mean, it's just like it didn't really have the same feel until I went back to it. And I was like, oh, okay.
Man,
It's yeah. You said you want. All right.
Was it like the sample, or did you hear the drumstick, or well, your melody or whatever?
Yeah.
All you gotta do is say that one time.
No samples on this. Disclaimer. All played originally by yours truly, DL. I also go by Dante Ellis. That's my government name. That's also the name that I get all my checks for.
For now.
No pictures. No pictures.
Yes.
Photos later.
Please hold the paparazzi. I'm gonna go through the back door. I'm not gonna go.
I got you in 4K.
I'm gonna set up the red carpet in the front, but I'm gonna walk through the back.
Private entrance. Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Escorted.
The limo is going to pull up in front of the building, but I'm gonna be in the back.
We're gonna walk him in the back door on a trail of dead doves.
I gotta be carried in though, because I got some new forces and I can't let them touch the ground yet.
Facts.
So niggas, I'm gonna be levitating the entire show. and on the way there. So
He said carried in, but what he meant by new forces is he's gonna float.
I'm gonna be floating there. But yeah, that's I'm sorry, Ty. What was your question again? There was a question there.
Was there?
And when you went back to the beat, did you hear like this, like your melody different, or did you hear your drums different? Like for that
really,
one in particular?
yeah. So for me, it was like, so the first part that you heard, which that entrance, the entry, the intro part was the only time that you heard that specific melody, because there was a whole beat for that transitioned into what you actually heard, but I didn't really like it, so I just kind of cut it. And then that middle part was what really like stuck with me, because it just flowed. And then like towards the end where you heard the drop off, I literally just like half timed it. Cut off I pitched it up so it would sound, a little more like crispy. And yeah, it just kind of worked like that. I treated it like a sample. Like I didn't add anything to it other than effects. And then yeah, like I half-timed it on the outro, and that's pretty much it.
Boy said crispy. I knew that wasn't the original recipe.
I know scientists, bro.
No, just me.
Scientists.
I know. I'm sitting in a room full of real life fucking scientists, bro.
I mean, it definitely feels like science when you like take something that's already made and just make it something different. Like it is just a crazy
I say
theory.
surgery, because you gotta get surgical sometimes with like what you can do with samples.
Big facts.
And, like, yeah, that's wild.
Music is medicine.
It is. But yeah, this next track I actually used for the background to my last YouTube video. So it should sound familiar. But yeah, I'll go ahead and play that. So yeah, that's called Young Adult Cartoons. Uh, it gave me like some video game vibes. Uh, so yeah, um,
Definitely like felt like I was in a custom Super Mario world.
yeah, it's like those like at the beginning where it's got like the little video game sounds.
Mm.
Like I played something, but like when I quantized it, it didn't like quantize correctly. But it like the way it chopped, it just sounded good. So I was like, let me keep it. I clean it up a little bit, but
It was a happy mistake.
yeah, which those happen a lot, you know.
Them be the
Um,
best ones, bro.
facts. Um, so there was like some soft elements, like just some regular chords kind of bouncing here and there, and then just a lot of different elements that was in there. But yeah, just a nice little feel good track. So yeah,
I like.
preach. If nothing else, I'll move to the next one. The next one is called Coast to Coast. This is actually this is actually the last beat that I made before I came back to America. So yeah. Yeah. Um, that was actually pretty simple. Made the melody, made the drums, put it together. I mean, it was really just like a loop that I don't know, I just kind of finished it. But
I My favorite thing
yes,
about that one is the bass. Like,
yeah,
I don't know if it's just my speakers or like same thing through the headphones because that's what I'm gonna try to like listen all the way through.
yeah,
But like they just, I'm a very big fan of bass, so the fact that they just like fat is the way that I'm gonna describe them. Like it feel like they just hitting the speaker like this when it hit.
Right.
That shit.
And to my producer heads, you put a little delay on there, it just widens the stereo image. So that's why it's so like all over the speakers anywhere you listen to it because of that delay. It's not enough to notice that it's delay on it, but it's enough to kind of give it that cushion on the back end, basically. But yeah, and then the drums is smacked. And then it has some textures in the back to kind of move it, because without it, it would be super slow, and then it would just be super like 1, 2, 3, kind of thing. So I always usually I put a lot of like textures that you won't really like. You may not be able to pinpoint it at the beginning, but the more you listen, just like a lot of your favorite music, like you hear stuff later on, and you're like, oh dang, I never noticed that,
Especially like this is kind of also just how I'm just saying and like go, but like with vocals, I be hearing like little ad libs that made it full the first time, but like I didn't even peep until like coming back and listening to it for the 8th, 9th time.
Facts. And they all like they be in pocket too. It ain't like you can't hear behind something. It's just like you just get so used to the motion of the music, you don't even realize that those little pockets is actually what's making it move. But yeah, that's the beautiful part about it. Like you don't get the same experience every time you listen. So that was something I tried to tackle with this. So I got 2 more tracks. Y'all have heard. This next one I made when we were on freaking Zoom that one day. I just had to throw it on here. Dollar Tree Wi-Fi.
Yes, sir.
Hilarious backstory. Kind of overhearing a conversation about it was somebody that had just some bad Wi-Fi on Zoom one day.
Smooth, your brain is smooth. Dollar Tree headset, your brain is
Whose
smooth.
Wi-Fi was fucking up that day?
I think it was one of your homies.
Yeah, but we kept telling him he had Dollar Tree Wi-Fi.
But he couldn't hear it because he had Dollar Tree Wi-Fi.
It was somebody from the squad.
Wi-Fi, bro.
Somebody from the squad.
I think Dollar Tree workers visited his crib. It was like,
I think it was.
Cables up.
It might have been. I think it was your cousin that day.
Talking about that day we talked like
Literally dog water.
Dollar Tree headset, range
Dollar
smooth.
Tree Wi-Fi.
It was hilarious. But yeah.
Smooth.
So I'll play that real quick.
when those drums was hitting, that was some menace shit, bro. You are a menace.
If you didn't make
I
this
was
beat,
like,
you're literally
boom,
dog water.
boom, boom, boom. Like,
Oh yeah.
oh my goodness.
And cause like I felt like with the drums, you had to cause there was so much going on with the melody, you had to like let it breathe and then let the let the drums hit as hard as possible when they do come in, you
Yes.
know. Cause I had like three different melodies that like if I would have added something else would have been clashing. Like that's just how like intentional every sound was. Like so
Said you want. All right, I can take you there.
and I definitely wanted to have like those like EDM style drops. Um and it just like kind of explodes whenever it comes in. Like I can just see it like live where it's just like smoke and just freaking fire, flames, just everything crazy whenever the beat drop. And just like the just the progression from like a nice soft little like nice cool little tune to like just something totally different, you know.
That
Which
one part is fucking ridiculous too.
the little
The
the
little
little zap,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Um,
That
and I always like being a drummer. Like I always, the way I do my drums, you got to make sure that every sound has its time to shine. You know, a lot of people like to stack stuff on top of each other,
Hell yeah.
which it works for some things, but like you know, those small little perks, like they got to shine themselves. Because if you're not going to hear it behind, you know, a stupid 808 or like a just a lot of other things that go on. So
Hondo.
you gotta choose those moments wisely. Uh, Tutorial coming soon, but yeah, that's pretty much it for that one. And
Pocket,
then
man. Catch that
what?
pocket. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's all about that pocket, bro. That groove.
the pocket is important. Um, yeah. Anything else, Ty? Gotta make sure you get it out before I move on.
Right, bro. I'm ready to talk. I want to talk to y'all boys. Now let me start.
I got one more track. It's on my YouTube called Lava Lamp Love. And I just thought it was a good way to kind of end it. And I mean, just like the inspiration that the lava lamp has given me this past like since I got it for Christmas, which is like crazy. And I didn't. It's not even. It hasn't been intentional for me to like name just about everything that I've done since then. Lava lamp something, but it just sits on my desk like it's just a constant inspiration that I keep having, even with like the color schemes that I use, and just like the vibe that I go for is just very, very reminiscent of what I see when I come in the studio every day. So I think wherever I go, whatever studio setup I have, I gotta have the lava lamp right there. Um, Shout out to my auntie for copping that for Christmas.
bringing on the trip.
Oh, for sure. I might even buy one in Tennessee.
You got to
No
send
cap.
her royalties.
No cap. Hey, to be real, like everything on here, like I owe somebody some sort of inspiration for literally everything that's on this. So that's what I've been trying to like break down different things, and just pay my respects to those people who, you know, were the inspiration. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this next one, and then we can chop it up after that. So that is Chills, the album. I said in the beginning though, but like all of you guys, played a part in this, and it means a lot that I'm able to, put something like this together and have people listen to it. And the fact that I don't care about the monetary gain just makes it that much more genuine for me. I just want people to connect with it, and maybe just hopefully get them through some hard times. Like a lot of these songs specifically, like I used to just listen to myself, whenever I was kind of like down or just certain things were going on. And it's just cool to like be able to use it as therapy in a way. Because I don't really talk to a lot of people, or I'm not always able to put what I'm feeling in words. So I just feel like this is the best way of me kind of expressing myself, and just trying to get out of that behind the scenes mentality. Like I do feel like, I'm capable of a lot more, and all of y'all give me the confidence to actually try it. So appreciate y'all for peeping early. It'll be out next Friday, so please listen on your favorite streaming service. And if you ever get any new feelings or emotions, I would like to hear, But yeah.
It doesn't officially drop till I smoke to it.
I mean, yeah. however you feel like, set the mood. That's the purpose of this whole thing. Like,
Sir.
I want you to be able to listen to it in your comfort zone and like give it a whole different meaning.
I probably listen to it in the dark for sure.
Mm,
I'm getting back in touch with that. I used to, when I was younger, listen to music in the dark, and doing it again is kind of giving me a whole new appreciation. So I'm gonna run that shit. Um, First feeling is definitely inspired. Like after we get done chopping it up, I'm about to get to working. That's how it like that shit make me feel.
mm.
Very energized, bro. It's really relaxing, but energized at the same time. Like, just vibey overall. It's something to chill to, and it's also something to just, like, if I gotta go out and make a spectacle of myself, like, I'm gonna do it with that in the background and stuff.
A spectacle. That's love. I appreciate it. Yeah. Key, thanks for being here.
You're welcome. I'm so proud of you, for real.
I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
It's my birthday month. Turn up.
When's your birthday?
Oh God, happy birthday month.
May the 7th?
May the 7th.
Hey.
Ooh, I got a gift for you, my boy.
Release.
Some songs. Some tunes.
Release day. Hey, I gotta break something down to y'all. So y'all know y'all seen that TDE release that's coming? That's actually my tape. That's actually the tape that y'all just heard. So don't expect anything else.
Wow.
Don't even check.
Actually,
Oh, it's gonna be a great day for music.
I got several features.
Don't even check. That's the only thing coming out that day.
I fly like a bird. I see the sky, I see the earth. Somewhere in the middle, trying to solve